This episode of Sessions with Stef is brought to you by our partner, Fearless Sounds. Francesca Sacerdoti, along with her amazing team, take care of every artist's needs when it comes to marketing, playlist placement, advertising, and artist management. You can follow Fearless Sounds on Instagram and Facebook, or just give them a call at 514-409-6061. Thank you, Francesca, and thank you, Fearless Sounds. And now, we present to you our latest session with Stef. And we are here. Welcome to Sessions with Stef.
Near.
We are near here.
You're far.
Guys.
You know Sesame Street when it goes near?
Far. And the words are at the bottom. Near. Far.
And then you have yip.
Okay, stop.
yip.
Okay,
Hello,
okay.
hi.
Guys, we're live. We're live. Listen, why do we have drinks? Because I always have drinks on the show. But other than that, it's a Christmas edition. Can't you see? Here, can't you see the...
We
look.
wish you a Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
We wish you a Merry
Little
Christmas.
Smurfs.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Can you put Smurfs
and
to
a
come out?
Happy New
What are you
Year.
kidding?
Smurfs are
about?
like, no, the gnomes. You know, they come out and they all go, hee.
Okay. I say we have a Christmas cheer. So, guys, Sessions with Stef. Thanks for watching, guys. Every week we do this. I love doing this podcast. It's a musician's podcast. Today, it's a little different because it's the Christmas holidays.
Yes.
So I decided not to have musicians on. Well, kind of. Here's partly a musician and actress. So we have artists on. Well, you're a musician, right?
I always try to sell
She
myself
says no.
like that.
She says no. But
I know a lot of
she plays guitar. She plays bass. She sings. We have an actress
I
here.
have zero music ability.
She can sing. Apparently, I've heard.
Yeah?
I've heard.
She has a
You've
beautiful
Well,
voice.
Me?
Well, and she
Yeah.
likes 80s
What do
music
you
every
hear I
time.
sing? You
When
hear
we
me
were
sing?
at the concert, the tribute
Why don't
to
you
Bon
guys
Jovi
have a
tribute.
conversation on my podcast? Why don't you go ahead and
We're
pretend like
talking
I'm...
about music.
No, pretend
Exactly.
I'm not there.
Bon Jovi.
And keep
No.
going.
You heard me on Bon Jovi?
Yeah, we were singing, and then
Okay.
you were like keeping very high notes. I was impressed.
Sessions
Oh,
with
nice.
Stef. Sessions with Stef. No, but it's
And
Lisa
with
Francesca
Francesca
show.
and
As if he's not even there. Should I go behind?
No, that
Well, we're
is-
wearing the same tops.
Yes, let's talk
Session
about...
with Stef is just like, you know, a psychoanalyst thing. So you're here, you just listen and we talk.
That's it. I'm going to be the psychologist in this
Because
one.
it's session.
It's a
with
session.
Stef.
That's right.
And
And the
Stef
session
is-
is concluded by you guys. Are tutte due scemi. That's it. No. No,
That's
guys.
the conclusion of our
That's the
from our
conclusion.
doctor.
Tell me something I don't know. Anyways, okay, go.
Guys, thanks for watching Sessions with Stef. Sister podcast with Lisa and Francesca is Let's Talk It Out. Subscribe on our channels. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music, Amazon Music. We're on all of
everywhere.
those.
In your room.
Everywhere in your room.
Every Wednesday there's
In
an
your shower.
episode.
Check the shadow next to you.
Check
Shower.
the shot. Yes.
The
There was-
shower.
yeah.
Scrubbing your back.
Be careful in the shower because. Dun, 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 dun.
Psycho.
This is good. So we just had like a paranormal person on for Let's Talk It Out. So this is
I
we're
feel
getting
really
funky.
creepy.
Can I have this drink, please?
Go!
Salud, man,
Alla
just
salute.
salud, alla salud, guys. Cheers.
Alla vostra salute. Alla nostra pure.
Merry Christmas. Oh, as you can tell, I have my beer ready too, but we're gonna have more grappa.
I'm
So,
sipping.
Yeah, I know,
guys,
me too.
the holidays. I didn't want to have a regular episode, so we decided to do like a year in review. Kind of, we're gonna do a Sessions with Stef year in review. Talk about all the past guests. Maybe show a few clips, whatever. We'll talk about it. So all the fun times, all the
Yeah.
laughs we had, like now.
It's like the Christmas, the past Christmas, the present Christmas, and the
The
future
future
Christmas.
Christmas.
What's the name of the tale?
Scrooge.
Scrooge, yeah.
Scrooge.
Oh,
or a
that's
Christmas
what-
Carol.
Dickens.
Or a Christmas.
Charles Dickens.
I was
See?
wondering, what the fuck is he talking about?
I thought
The
you said
past,
Charles
the present?
Chickens. Like,
What?
what's Charles Chickens?
Dickens.
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 What?
Dickens.
Charles Dickens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oliver Twist.
The tales of Dickens.
Debbie does dollars. What? Okay.
It's that
Guys,
Christmas special.
okay. And you know what? We
Merry
didn't even-
Christmas.
By the way, two things I want to bring up. First thing, because we're not putting any sponsors this episode.
No, we're not.
We're just going to do a quick mention. We're all wearing the same t-shirt.
Wait a second. Nobody sees mine because the mic is in the way.
So this is, it's DR, which stands for Dr. Groove, Danny Rossi.
Super cool t-shirt.
But it's Danny, the merch guy. He does the t-shirts, guys. Give him a call. He's a great dude. He was on Sessions with Stef.
like this.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what he looks
it's
like.
him.
That's him. And he was on Sessions with Stef. If you missed that episode, go check it out. He sings, he plays original music. The name of his song is behind here. It's Intoxicated. Great tune.
Yeah, awesome,
Actually,
guys.
probably
Can
by
I
this
take a
time,
see it?
he's going to be releasing, there it is, Intoxicated. He's going to be releasing a Christmas song, actually, which is going to be cool. I think I'm going to do some tracks on that Christmas song.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So it's going to be awesome.
cool.
And so what we decided to do is a year in review. Oh, besides that, sorry, I almost forgot. We mentioned him because we're wearing the t-shirts. This beautiful place, M. Vidmar, my
Yes.
buddy, the artist. He's got art all over the place. This is stuff he was kind of working on. But he's got other art, paintings that are for sale, of course.
It's a beautiful space, a
He's
great
such
art.
a great dude. He does beautiful work. You can find this place everywhere. He's got murals in Montreal as well. Different restaurants have hired him to do
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
walls.
Very
Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Thank you
great
so
dude.
much.
Rose Cafe, cream coffee and love. That's their slogan.
I really like
It's
that
right
slogan.
upstairs. Great coffee. We always have the espressos. They're fantastic.
They're good.
Awesome.
Good people, guys. Thank you so much. Also, our other sponsors that we normally have, we've had tons this year since it's a year in review. I'm gonna forget some of them, but we've had Johnny's
did.
Billiards. We've had
Richard Bab
Richard Bab
Photography.
Photography,
Nettoyage
Nettoyage
Diamant.
Diamant.
We had the auto expert, the auto
Oh yeah,
car.
auto car. We've had like 4 real estate.
Beaujat.
Yeah, Beaujat. We've had
Équipe.
De
we had,
Courtier Immobilier.
Miguel and Cynthia.
Miguel
Yeah.
and Cynthia,
Thank
and
you,
the other
guys.
guy. I can't remember the other.
Anthony Caltagirone.
Yes, there you go. Anthony is
Yes.
fantastic. Guys, thank you. Anyone who sponsors, and I'm thanking all you future sponsors, is what I'm saying. Give us a call. Sponsor
Fearless
us.
Sounds.
You get to go on both podcasts. Fearless Sounds, which is
Yes,
the main sponsor.
absolutely.
Well,
the main music sponsor. Yeah.
that Fearless Sounds is going to be before the show actually starts. They're going to hear the Fearless Sounds.
I wanted to say again.
You have to. Yes, I was, she's like, you bastard. I'm the biggest sponsor, and you didn't say my name.
I'm not the biggest sponsor, but for sure I'm like I love
You are the
sponsoring.
big. You are the first, and still going. The only one that's done every episode.
Nah.
So guys, let's go through. I have the
So
play
cool.
the channel on
Let's
YouTube.
chit chat.
Let's chit chat. I'm gonna go through. So I'm gonna give a quick story. We had a dude who used to do our podcasts. How this started was this guy wanted to do a podcast. He wanted to learn. He wanted to practice doing it. And he said, "Do you guys want to do a podcast? I want to do a couple of episodes."
Yes.
So we said, "Okay, let's do it." And he was gonna videotape it and do all of that. And I started doing sessions with Stef, and you guys started Let's Talk It Out. I fell in love with it. I was like, wow, I could do this all the time. I'm enjoying myself. I feel comfortable in the spot talking to other people and making jokes and having drinks. I mean, that's the added bonus that we get on this show.
Yeah.
So we kind of and you guys as well said, I love
Yeah.
doing this. This is a lot of fun. We meet interesting people. We get to talk for an hour. It's a blast.
Yeah.
So we started doing it, and then we decided, like, he did work for us, and he did a bunch of episodes. But then, obviously it's nothing negative. He had to.
Things changes.
Things
Yeah,
changes.
yeah,
he had to
changed.
go. He couldn't
People
do it
move
anymore.
on. We all move on.
He couldn't do it anymore. So we decided, let's do it. Let's just do it on our own. So all
Here
of
we
this, here we are. And so there was
Going strong.
going strong, man. So originally Sessions with Stef was on another channel, but then when we started fresh. So, and it's been a year now. So
Squeaky clean.
is it a year? Yeah, we
So
started.
fresh and so clean.
We started fresh. We kept the look fresh. So on the Sessions with Stef YouTube channel, the first two it's the old school way we used to do it, and then after that. So I'm gonna give a shout out to the first two, which is one was with Emil Vidmar, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was
That's awesome.
fun.
Yeah,
That was at Johnny Cafe. We used to do it at Johnny's Cafe.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't even go there anymore because we have this awesome place as well. Not that
Not
wasn't
that
good.
it's a bad place. It's a
Yeah.
very good place.
And I had Jewel McKenzie on the show.
She was
she awesome.
And that was
I
that
really
was
liked
Christmas
her.
because we
Yes,
did Christmas
it's
carols
right.
on
Yep.
that. So
Yep.
that I'm gonna give a shout out to them because they were fantastic. And you know what? Because they weren't on the new format of the show, I will definitely have them back.
Yep.
And if you're watching, you're gonna come on, even though you say you're not. You're coming on again, bitch. Sorry, Jewel. Too, you're amazing, and you will be back. You're gonna perform another song of yours,
Yeah,
and it's gonna
she's
be
great
fantastic. So those are my shout outs.
Nice.
I'm going to start with the first one, which I had on the old and the new, and I will have back again because I work with her all the time. It's December Rose.
Yeah,
That was the
she's
first.
awesome.
December Rose was.
The very first.
I mean, I started playing with her, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. And so we do duos together, trios. We play in the Soul Station together.
Beautiful soul, beautiful voice.
Yes,
Lovely
yes.
girl.
Great personality too.
Yeah.
And because I had
Strong
had her,
as wit.
because I had her on the podcast, the first time she performed a couple of her songs and they were great. The second time she had just released like a little documentary. So I wanted to have the podcast talking about the documentary. So
Yeah.
Very interesting.
right, it was
documentary.
quite interesting. It's about her life. She's had and her albums come from the stories in her life, and it was interesting, the documentary, and she released a couple of songs. So we spoke about the album release we had done back then. It was COVID and all that, so we had done a big live shoot. We did 10 songs in one shooting day to record a video.
Wow.
It was a live
That's
video,
heavy,
10
that's
songs.
heavy.
It was a crazy 8-hour day. We recorded a lot of stuff. So we had her on, and of course I had a bunch of laughs because I'm with her like 2-3 times a week playing gigs, and we have a vibe. We have the jokes going on, right? So it was a lot of fun with her on the podcast. I don't know. Do you guys remember anything about it? It's a long time ago, but
No, I actually
it
do
was at your
remember
place.
her.
It was at your
Yeah.
place.
It was at Lisa's no, it's
No,
not at your
no,
place.
at his place.
At your place the first time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yes,
the
the
first
first
one.
time.
That was
The very
the
first
second
one.
time was
The
you.
second
third
time
one
was
on my
that's
place.
right.
Yeah.
And you know what? She's gonna be back because she's always writing
gonna be
new
here.
stuff. So it's gonna be here, guaranteed. She's gonna.
So
be
we're
back.
gonna have her going around all the location
exactly,
of the
She
session with
follows-
stuff.
She follows Sessions with Stef.
That's
she has no
awesome.
choice because.
Clearly. Otherwise,
Or else you wouldn't have
ammazzata.
dropped. Okay.
Yeah, mazzata. That's right.
Ammazzata otherwise.
So moving on. Second one. Okay, now we got to talk about this one because the second one right away I went with Gianni Bodo,
Oh,
my
yes,
God.
Johnny.
and this is one to talk about because we had a blast.
Johnny was,
Yeah, it was good. It
fantastic.
was good.
Johnny, you just like
You
stole,
make me wanna
stole
drink.
my heart, bringing 2 bottles of wine.
You're a thrill. That's what
like
we gotta say.
you read already the spirit of the podcast.
He literally
He
brought.
walked in with it.
He literally brought 2 bottles,
Yes,
and
he
they were
did.
finished before the podcast.
No, the first one was almost finished, and then the second one it was on the podcast.
Oh, that's right. The first one was almost finished before the podcast, and the second one was finished on the podcast.
because we were recording Let's Talk It Out
I
before.
remember.
So
I remember. Yeah, that was good. That
and
was good.
so it was funny because towards the end, he would take a story, and he was.
It's like
Johnny,
a song that never
you
ends.
have to stop. Yeah.
He was great. I know. We're like, you were behind the camera.
Yeah, there was like no comma in the sentences.
And she's saying like, time, because we have a time limit, right, guys? We have a certain amount of time. We pay for time on not on YouTube, but on our Spotify and all. We have time that we pay for. So we have we're allowed a certain amount of time per month. And if we go over, it doesn't get on, or I lose a podcast, they remove one to put
Yeah.
it. So we don't. And so she's like, stop. And
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was
we're trying to end it, but he was having such a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
good. It was
fantastic.
good.
It was together
And
with Albie.
Albie
Yeah,
was
Albie
there.
was
So
there.
we were interviewing Johnny, but Albie came and sang with him because those 2 twin brothers, they look alike.
From another
Yeah,
mother.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ. And
Crazy.
if you go back on the podcast, you're going to see that I make fun of them. Like,
You're
we're on
gonna
the
have
podcast.
such a cool time.
And
I,
I
never
just-
laughed so much.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Because it was out of nowhere. I just stopped and I said, fuck, you guys look like, what the fuck? You look exactly alike, right? But guys, it was such a blast. That podcast was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we're going to have them back as well.
Oh,
Fantastic.
nice.
Right?
Very
Because
good.
But
Def-
of course.
because Albie eventually comes on. So I'm going to get there. But then was one of the interesting ones. Okay? You guys don't remember this.
They were all interesting. That's why I'm saying.
Because at a certain point, we would travel a little bit. So we have some different locations.
I remember at the house.
Melina Suchan.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the next
Melina
one.
was
She
fantastic.
was
She's
awesome.
in Miami now.
She
Yes.
lives in Miami.
Yeah, I just
She got
saw-
married in Miami.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she went.
I just saw today she's releasing. I think she's
Yep.
She's just releasing an LP album EP.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she's doing a little tourney in several
Yeah.
places
And
in
she's playing,
Miami.
like, I don't know how she. So during COVID, she went to Florida to get away, right? And she met a dude there. And she went to Florida and met a dude there. And then she came back and they got married already.
That's awesome.
Which is amazing. Within the first year, I don't know. I don't know the exact. Like, it's not like we discussed this all, but she did tell me she was moving to Florida. She's going to be back and forth. But I don't know how she's gigging so much. She's gigging
she's
in
good.
Florida.
She has a
she's
talent.
Fantastic.
But because she's fantastic,
Yeah.
I have to say.
I want to know, did she get the grand piano? Because if you go back to that episode,
Amazing.
we went to her house.
Yes.
And of course, she's like, well, if you want to record it here, I have a grand piano. I was like, okay. Like a little child, okay, I'm going to come.
And she has also two beautiful cats.
That's right.
Dolce and Gabbana.
Dolce, you remember that?
She remembers that.
So we recorded this, and she played on the grand piano and sang two of her songs, and they're beautiful
Yeah.
tunes.
Yeah, she has a great voice.
I even remember the melodies. I remember them all. They're great. They're great tunes. Guys, check Melina Suchan out
Absolutely.
on YouTube.
That's awesome.
She's fantastic. It was a fun interview.
And if you're in Florida, go check her actually.
Yeah.
Check her out. She
There,
plays everywhere.
live.
Actually, another friend of mine went to Florida. He was going, and he went to check her play.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they know each other. My friend Pete, and they know
That's
each other.
awesome,
Yeah,
though.
it's pretty
Nice.
fun,
That's nice.
Yeah.
right? And how the hell in a couple of months? It's like a year. She's already gigging all over the place.
Well, I'm happy for her.
good for her.
Very
How
well
amazing
deserved,
is
and
that?
also she worked very hard.
Yes.
Like this is a profession.
She's a great, like, you hire her, you get piano, voice, and she does like jazz, she does
yeah, and
pop, she does all kinds of stuff.
incredible background.
Yeah, great. Just to hire you for your place, you want to have a nice, a loungy place. It's amazing. She
Yeah.
was really good, and she
So
also
she has
plays-
the presence. It's a beautiful.
She also
woman.
does like upbeat stuff too, make people dance and stuff. It's pretty cool. That's good stuff. Check her out, Melina Suchan. She's great. Check her out on YouTube. That was a fun podcast. And then we go over to another good one. This was your guest, and it was a very fun one, Marco Cagliari.
Marco,
yeah, that's got
Marco, it's awesome. Ciao Marco, Marco Cagliari,
Marco
eccezionale.
Cagliari is fantastic, guys. I had never met him. Of course, you heard of him because Papa l'Americana, right?
Yeah, it's very
So-
strong. It's going very strong in world music. Like
Yeah, so he does, and I had no idea. I thought he did that song and that was it. But then being on the podcast, we got the story of that song.
Yeah.
That he just did the Italian version of it, and MC Mario remixed it. And obviously, we all know that song. It hit charts all over the world,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
still playing all over the world. And he's the official artist on it, so that's props. But this guy
that's
does.
great. But
he
also
came-
started with Anonymous.
that's what I'm saying. This guy, like, I thought he
Crazy
was a
guys.
Papa l'Americana guy, and instead he started with like death metal,
Yeah, that's from.
and then heavy metal,
Yeah.
and then he did like death metal in French. What the fuck?
Yeah, that now it's doing like this project, Molotov Mon Amour.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's doing
like,
French.
Yeah, prog rock,
Prog
pop.
rock,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
then he went into Italian music. He did an album
Yeah.
of just like Italian classics that he redid, which is where we got the Papa l'Americana from. And then he did like he's doing like his world music stuff. now.
Yes, he has a bio written on. Like he's
It's-
crazy.
it's-
yeah,
This
he's,
guy is
out
producing
there.
a lot.
He's out there. He's
It's
out
a production company.
Yeah. And he goes with his truck. He opens his truck.
Yeah.
He's got his merch.
That's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
He opens up the back of his truck. He's got merch. He pulls out his bass drum. He plays his guitar, sings, and it's like he pulls a one
Like
man show.
come un trovatore, no?
Yeah,
Trovador.
yeah. Like, guys, check it out. Honestly, Marco Cagliari, fantastic interview. It's super interesting. This guy does everything. A little
Yeah.
Montreal-born guy, and he's playing. I know that he played at the Plains of Abraham.
That's
This
true.
was last summer. He
That's
played
true.
there. It
Yeah.
was after the podcast, or else he couldn't. He mentioned that he had something coming, but he couldn't talk about it yet, unfortunately. But hopefully he'll come back, and we'll talk about that. bit,
Definitely,
because
Marco.
That's a hell of a gig. He's also done He does gigs alone, and he does gigs with like 15 musicians.
Yes, that's crazy.
But like wacky musicians. He'll have a tuba and he'll have a harpist or whatever. He has these.
No, but it's incredible when he plays. He plays the guitar. He plays the
bass
drums.
drum, yeah.
And then even the
harmonica,
Yeah, I've seen him doing
Yeah.
that. It's crazy. Like what the.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's really, really good. You should go check out the podcast.
Yes. Mhm.
Subscribe, whatever. And then you can follow him anywhere. Like he's fantastic and he sounds great. He sang a couple of songs. The guy's like
Yeah.
a human jukebox. He just plays and sings as fucking.
He also organizes at his place. I don't know if he's doing this Christmas too. Dinner at his place because his wife cooks, so you can buy a ticket.
Oh, really?
And then you have the entire dinner. Plus, he's gonna play like a concert. It's for 20 people.
Oh, so we can book it for 20 people?
Yes.
Ooh.
And
that's a
then
good
you
idea.
have
And he cooks.
A concert included.
Very
So it includes all the dinner, the alcohol, and then at the end the concert.
Even the
How
alcohol.
does he
This
make
is
money?
good.
Speaking of alcohol, are we okay or am I alone on this one?
I have still.
Yeah, me too.
But I started drinking on my podcast, so I'm taking it
I was with
easy.
you.
Yeah.
Well, you
They're
know
on
what,
the
guys?
same boat.
Since we're here, I mean, I'm just gonna.
Let's hope it's not the Titanic.
Hey, you know what? I went to the LCBO last weekend because I
And?
was playing in Ottawa,
Yeah.
and wow, that's amazing! It's
They
like
have
double
got-
the size. They have so much shit.
They have better stuff there than they do here.
A million
They have the
times.
Grand Palladium strawberry grappa.
Oh, okay,
You
women
think-
drinks, yes.
What
cheers.
is that?
Cheers, cheers,
What
cheers.
is that,
Cheers,
Gran
salud.
Palais?
It's grappa, but
it's
it's a strawberry
This is
flavored.
real
It is
grappa.
so good.
Salud. Hey,
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
By the way, we
guys.
forgot to mention that Sierra's behind. She's manning all the cameras. She's doing audio. She's doing everything.
She's
Hi, Sarah.
jumping all around.
Hey, there you hear her. She's there. Yay.
The strong voice behind the camera.
She just drank 3 grappas. No, I'm joking. She's not. She's not.
She's
We
just
don't
going
allow
with
that.
vodka.
We
Not
don't allow
joking
that.
again.
I'm never doing that again.
There you go.
Because
You
remember
see,
what happened
the last
the
time.
last time?
I will
Yeah.
do it for you. Don't worry about it. So, guys, from Marco Cagliari. Oh, this was okay. This was for, yes. I have to check because I don't remember.
It's like a swiping right of left.
I wouldn't know. Boop. So yes, we went to the hall, which Bon Appetit was a sponsor.
Where we went.
Bon Appetit. No, you weren't there.
You
You
weren't there
weren't
that day.
It,
That's
and
okay.
we went.
But we gave you props.
Yes, we spoke. I took your spot again.
Yeah.
I put a wig and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah,
So
he does.
we
He
had-
does that on occasion.
We had Paul Schroeffel on,
Yes.
who is a very good friend of
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
Yes.
wasn't there.
Very
And
good.
Paul is an amazing pianist. Like
Mm-hmm.
you listen to him for 5 minutes play, and this guy's a beast. Like
Mm-hmm.
honestly, he plays all over the world. He actually, how funny is this? The story he told me on the podcast, I believe. Yeah. So he wrote an album, Nikki Yanofsky,
Mm-hmm.
who sang the Olympic song in Vancouver. The theme song of the Olympics was Nikki Yanofsky.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Montrealer, and she recorded an album. Well, when we did the podcast, so it was, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. And he wrote some songs. And so he's writing charts and sending it out because they got Nathan East, who's a bass player who played with Phil Collins. Like, he's a beast.
wow.
He's like a world-renowned bass player. Arturo Sandoval, who's a world-renowned trumpet player.
Yeah.
He's sending charts that he wrote to these monsters. Like, and well, I say these monsters, they're great musicians, but he's just as good. He's a phenomenal musician. But this guy does work with everybody. He tours the world. There's a girl called Sophie, a jazz singer that he tours with. He did, of course, with Nikki, and he does so much work. He has a band out in Winnipeg. It's a singer, a famous dude out there. It's a 4-piece sax kind of thing band, and he plays there. He plays all over the place, and he plays a million shows here.
Wow, that's
plays at
awesome.
the, all the jazz clubs. He's a great dude and super nice. I know his wife for many years. We worked together for years. Paul Schroeffel, piano. Guys, amazing
Yeah, I remember that
podcast.
day. He was good.
Fantastic.
And we remember, like, I've known him for years, but we never sat down and talked. Like, we always talk music, but, gigging and this and that. But on the podcast, it was a lot of fun. We really dove into his stuff, and he played a couple of tunes, and they were his songs, and they're beautiful. Guys, check it out. Paul Schroeffel on Sessions with Stef was phenomenal. Now we're going to move on. Okay, the next one is a little, swipe right. The next one.
We swipe right on everything
Is-
because they're all got
The,
great.
the next one is what's going to happen, who I'm going to be with in a couple of days. It's Christmas.
Danny Rossi.
No. It's Christmas. Who am I gonna spend Christmas with?
Santa Claus.
And
The elves.
Your wife?
and my brother.
La
familia.
Maybe
Marco, you son of a gun.
Maybe your brother is the more interesting thing to do, but anyway.
Whatever. My
Marco,
brother.
that was my next
Jogging.
one. That was my next one. I was going to say Marco.
Exception.
We've
Fantastic,
got-
Marco.
We had Marco and we had Costanza, my
Yeah.
sister-in-law.
My
My
God,
God,
what a
that was
voice.
an awesome.
That-
I never
yes.
heard her live, and it was.
And you didn't even hear with the music on it because
Spectacular.
you didn't hear the music.
No, it was fantastic. No,
she's-
because it was only like her voice, and it was like.
She's
Yeah, she's powerhouse, man.
If you
She's
say
quite a
it's a natural, like it doesn't even it make justice to that.
She really is. I've been playing with her for many years, and she still, to this day, I must have done, and not a word of a lie. If I say 500 gigs with them, I don't know. I don't know if I'm exaggerating. I really don't, because back in the day we used to do easily 80, 90 weddings a year, maybe.
Wow.
Are you?
Well, no, maybe
No,
about
a
50,
year, more than-
maybe 50, 60 weddings a year, but then we would do a lot of corporate, and we would do a 4-piece, 5-piece, and we had a salsa band. And back in the day, we were like, I was playing with them 5-6 nights a week.
Wow.
So if I say 500 gig, and you know what? To this day,
So cool,
I
though.
go on stage, and she still gives me the chills when she sings. Like,
Guys, she's awesome.
it hits me, and I'm like, fuck, I get mad at her. Like, I honestly want to punch her because she's so good.
She belts it out, man.
She's
like
so
it's
good,
nothing.
and it's so easy
It's
for
easy
her.
for her. It's easy for her. She pisses me off, but it's easy. I remember once she ran in, we were doing sound check, and she ran in late. And we were on stage doing sound check, and she had to sing, so she runs on. She still had her winter coat on, and the mic was ready, so she grabbed the mic and she starts singing the song, but belting it. But because she had just came in, she was taking off her jacket, taking off her boots, singing like better than I've ever heard before. She's taking off her boots. She's like fixing her hair, taking off her hat, putting it in her purse, and she's fixing her purse, and she's belting like, "Rah!" And I'm like, motherfucker. Fuck! What are you doing?
It's
Like,
a gift.
She's really good. And of course, I had a lot of laughs. What I did for that podcast, because they were on before.
Yes.
And what I did is I just went, the first time we spoke about what they're doing and gigging and all of that. The second time I had them on, which is this podcast. And
It was the Aduka Zoo.
yeah, exactly. It was at the animal place.
It was
the
so
animal
fun. I cannot. Hello.
We had our parrot and everything
Your
there.
parrot.
Yes, he's my parrot. He fell in love with me.
I was so in love with Stefano.
Yeah, that was fun. We're going to talk about that. But so I had them on, and I just went hardcore reminisce about the old times.
Yeah.
Because, she's married to my brother.
But also so much history, you know?
And before they got married, like my brother, she was 13, 14 years old playing, and my brother was in her band. So I was a kid. I was like 8, 9 years old. And she was taking lessons from my dad. So we knew each other then.
So cool.
That we went on vacation together. And so we brought back the old days. We were like how they got started, their first band, my brother and Costanza, and all the, she had a major hit with Boy Girl.
Yes, I
which
remember
back
that.
in the day
Yeah.
it was played on the radio every day. Don't you want my love? And anyway, old tune. It was a lot of fun. Reminiscing. They didn't know I was going to do that. So live, I was like just shooting shit out to them. And they're like, oh my God, I played the video. It was in the 80s. So I played the video of
So
her.
cool.
And she was like, oh my God. She almost killed me, but whatever. Guys, it was a lot of fun. And it was at an animal place because Let's Talk It Out had their podcast.
At an animal place.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yeah, there
sound-
was.
It was at Duca Zoo, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a new girlfriend that night.
Yeah.
The parrot.
First of all, it was a he.
It was a hit.
Was it a he? It was funny when you walked in. Who was it that walked in? Was it you? Or you? I don't know. One of you walked in.
And he went, hello.
So the parrot was saying
it
hello
me.
to everybody. He was saying hello, hello. Then Lisa walks in and he just goes, hello.
I was like, oh my.
Yeah. And then he fell in love with me though. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
it's true.
He left in the middle of our podcast. Remember, we jumped off the table and went to Stefano.
He did, yeah, and then he said he didn't let me go. At one point, I was like uncomfortable because I was like, he's on my
Too
head.
much attention.
He's on my head, and I'm trying to get the attention of the girl you're interviewing.
Yeah, and he was actually nibbling your ear.
I know, and I
Sorry.
was like, is he gonna fucking rip my ear off or something? She goes, no, he's safe. Okay, good, we're good.
It was so fun
good.
that day.
It was a fun day. It
Especially
was a
when we
fun
grabbed
day.
the snakes. Remember that?
Yeah, I have the
And the
picture.
tarantula. You got the
You had
tarantula.
the
Sierra.
picture. She got the tarantula.
Yes.
Terrifying.
It was.
It was, yeah.
You're afraid of a spider.
Yeah,
like
but
the
you
size
were
of my
so
pinky
great
nail.
because she just opened the push. She didn't say, and she was smiling.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, it's like a one in a lifetime thing, right?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, but I just decided to take
But I only want to do it once in a lifetime. How's that?
She calls
Yeah.
me for a spider in her room, like this small, and then she goes to hold a tarantula.
I
My,
also held the
Anaconda?
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
it,
there was an anaconda. Yeah.
Python?
boa constrictor.
Boa
Oh, yeah.
You
that's
heard
the one.
you keep the.
I had
best
it, yeah,
shit.
and it was on me like I was like, hello.
Is it constrictor or?
constrictor? Yeah, is it
Yeah,
gonna
boa
like fucking
The yellow
choke
one
shit?
that I had was a boa.
I think it's
Yeah.
a boa. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Balboa.
Anyway, guys, check that one out. It's awesome. We're actually going to talk about that on Let's Talk It Out too when we do the Christmas review.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
We had the dragon lizard
Oh,
that
so
kept
cute.
sticking out its tongue.
No, what about the turtle that kept going to the
Yeah,
salad?
I don't know where he was going. He kept going off the table. It's
Too
like,
funny.
"Ayo, Majid."
Okay, guys. Next, here's another fun one. At your house, Albie and Bridget.
Yeah.
Bridget Pace.
Oh my God,
Right?
she's
Their
good
new
too.
her new single,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so catchy and so cool.
All of them.
And
I
the
mean,
video,
They've
Very
been
well
doing
done.
songs forever. Bridget Pace, along with Albie, who does all the,
is Bridget Pace or Pacha?
both. Whatever you prefer.
Whatever
I
floats
think
your
I
boat.
think we say Pace.
Yeah.
I think we
But
say
is
Bridget Pace.
she Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
very
so
Italian.
it's Pacha,
Yeah, it's
probably.
Pacha, but here I think
Yes, but just sorry,
the
guys.
stage name I would imagine
Yeah.
she goes with that. And so Albie, who was with Johnny Bodo, now he came
Came back.
because he writes all the stuff
Yeah.
with Bridget, of course. And they've been releasing albums for years. They're fantastic, all original music. But they spoke about their stories on the podcast when they went back to LA. And when
yeah.
they first started, they were really, they were out there. They met certain people in LA.
So cool. And also they're married and their kid is amazing too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Tristan.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
singing,
Very
playing
good.
drums, playing
Yeah.
guitar, playing
Yeah.
whatever.
Tristan is he's into he plays with them. It's so cool. He
Yeah,
really
but
Very
I saw
talented.
some videos. He's also singing. It's great.
Yeah,
He's
he
doing a great
sings
job.
and it's amazing. Yeah, and
yeah, playing drums.
so that podcast was fun. I've known them for many years, so it was a lot of fun to see them. I've seen them. I think their third or fourth album launch. I went and I saw the show, so I've seen their progression and how the music is kind of it's like the same but yet a little different.
Okay.
Like you see it growing and it sounds really good. Their videos, of course, beautiful stuff. FM did all the artwork behind.
Oh, sweet.
So that's
awesome
amazing,
too.
guys.
Beautiful.
Albie and Bridget, guys, thank you for coming again. You will be on again because
I'm gonna force you if you don't want, but so
Sessions with Stef, I love
Yeah.
it because, like I said, I meet new people. Francesca brings people that I haven't met.
But
and-
we like
yeah, we know of, but I never met them. So it's like, we're going to have Johnny Barretta coming up, and that's going to be fun. I'm excited. I've heard of him. I had never met him. So I can't
gonna
wait
be
to do
cool.
that one. So yeah, my friends, of course, you have no choice to come back on. You say no, it's insulting. You can't say no to me. Come on, look
now
at
we
his face.
said those also here, so people are expecting you guys.
Look at his face. You have to say yes.
Look how cute.
Look. Okay. So yeah, Albie and Bridget, guys, go check that one out. It was a lot of fun. Oh, this one was fun. Sessions with Stef. Fearless
We
Sounds.
are always talking about something.
Fearless Sounds.
That was, we had it was a half and half one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was Steph.
yeah, because yes, I get a couple. I don't like to be the star. It's Sessions with Stef, but I want people to showcase their stuff. That's what I enjoy about this. But some people are like, well, why don't you answer some questions? So I had you two ladies ask me questions, and that was a lot of fun.
That was very
I could do
interesting.
that forever.
Yeah, but also very interesting because I mean, Stefan is interviewing all these great artists, but he's one of them.
No,
you know?
no.
Yeah, no, it's true. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the case that it's just like spending his life like performing every
Yeah.
week. So like it's interesting because you're talking with everyone and everyone is at ease because you're one of them. You know.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing. It's a lot of fun, and I want to do it as long as I can. And it's fun, yeah. And yeah, it was nice to talk about the early days and how it
Yeah,
started and
it was very
and
interesting.
stuff. But we also had Fearless Sounds.
Yes.
Talking
is-
about
Talking about marketing, which is important because I know shit about it when it comes to music.
placement.
Playlist placement. It was a word that I got so excited with. Playlist placement. But it's so important, that word.
It's
Playlist placement. It's like,
Playlist placement.
it's great. Such a, oh, wow. That's a new ad.
I'm trying to add
A little bit of spice to
It's
playlist
Christmas.
placement. But Fearless Sounds, guys, she's right here in the flesh.
I am Fearless Down.
She is Fearless Sounds marketing.
Yes, marketing promotion.
You are an agent.
Yeah, kind of. Recently, I'm producing
You do shows as
shows.
well.
Yeah, so
Like,
yeah, I do enjoy very much because I'm actually very inspired by all of you around
All
me.
of you
So
like aliens.
I know because
you fucking
I'm
weirdos.
trying. You were saying I play bass. Yeah, well, I'm trying. I would love because I'm surrounding myself with musicians, very talented. Because I desperately looking for that thing that I can just like
Grasp
infusion.
onto.
I don't know, like for the transitive property. Come si dice la proprietà transitiva? No, when
to
something.
get to transfer properties.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
To
yeah.
me, some talent. I've been trying this for years and it's not working. But still, in the process, I'm doing other stuff.
But
and
you
I'm
can
going
do
to-
what they can't and what I can't, right? Because, listen, you want the artist to do what the artist does.
Yes, that's
and you
true.
want the brains to do the marketing and the promotion and I don't know Facebook. I hate it. I hate it.
I
don't
don't
know
love it, but,
Instagram,
yeah.
But we need people like you to show us or to do it for us or to guide us with that because if we're spending time, it's hours. You do it. You do a lot of posting. You do a lot of
Yeah,
social
Lisa
media.
is she rules, huh?
And it's a lot.
There's
Yeah, and there's a lot.
lots of effort.
It's a lot of work. So if myself, I'm spending time fucking, how do I size this and how do I do this picture and how do I promote this? I'm not doing music. So it's not fun anymore.
No, you
So
have to think about doing
You need
music.
Fearless Sounds to do that and to help you and to guide the musicians. And thank you for that because thank you for guys like you that do all of this, right?
Guys? I'm not a
Well,
guy.
yes, hey.
Yo, mate.
Actress, actor.
Bro.
It's
Yo,
actor
bro.
now.
Bro.
Yo, mate. Yo, bro.
Mate,
Bro.
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 Anyhow, any hooser. So,
Dude.
I don't know. That was good.
Dude.
Dude,
That's a bit scary.
Dude.
dude, it's Christmas.
Dude.
Okay, then we're gonna
wish
talk
you
about
a
what we're gonna
Merry
eat
Christmas.
Christmas. Okay,
We
so
wish you a Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna talk about one more for now, and then we'll go on. But this one was
On and
fun.
on
You
and
weren't
on.
there
Ah.
because we did it at Sky. Yeah, you seem to miss. I don't know. We're gonna start deducting from your pay. There.
But
She gets
I
a
mean,
big pay.
but also because I get pretty sick. Like it's true because this time I wasn't because probably
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
a couple of times I was sick. Another one probably was working though.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We're just kidding around, of course. But we were at Sky Venture.
Yeah, but they're deducting from my pay.
Yes,
so
from the big pay of
fuck
zero.
them.
I didn't say that.
Fuck them.
The mean one is in the one in the center.
Yeah, the big pay of zero. We deducted a whole
0. It's 8.
100%.
It's 8 figure, but 0.
Zero,
It's
zero,
eight
zero,
zero
dollar
figures,
sign.
and I deducted 100% of that. I know it's bad, eh? What do you want to do? Okay, so we were at Sky Venture, which was a lot of fun, and that's another Let's Talk It Out, which we're going to talk about on another podcast. But it was really
Let's
cool.
talk it out,
Let's
indeed.
talk it out. But I had Veronica Tamburo on,
Yes.
which is a violin player.
My God, she's great.
And she
She's
also
great.
owns Soul Station, which I am a part of. Her and Daniel owns Soul Station.
Yes.
And I'm a part of that. And she was on, she played violin. She did 2 songs.
Wow.
Because she actually does electric violin shows at weddings.
She is
So cool.
fabulous.
Right?
Her videos are fantastic.
So the DJ is pumping
And she's like,
and she's got like heels and an electric violin and she's playing with it, dancing with the people.
So
like
beautiful.
I've seen it, we do it, she does it all the time. That's along with, string trios, 4 pieces that she does at weddings and corporate
Yeah.
that's
functions.
awesome.
Very good.
She does popular music, but in strings, right? It's like, it's beautiful. It sounds great. And she plays fantastic. She's another one with the marketing.
Salud.
Oh, bless you. She has that talent marketing wise as well. She markets Soul Station very, very well.
She's very
Yeah.
well spoken.
Yeah,
Very
of course,
intelligent.
Of course, she's a fantastic
And,
person. It was a fun
yeah.
podcast because I work with her all the time, and it was a chance to sit down and chat and have a good time. And of course, we got to have a violin player on the show.
That's
We've had
awesome.
guitar singers and all of that. So Veronica Tamburo,
drummers.
thank you.
We
didn't have drummers yet. Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Steve Creep,
Yes,
right?
I was thinking
he
now.
didn't play drum, but you know what? I think, and I'm thinking about it. I think I'm gonna have
I have
a drum one.
Well,
I have tons, yeah, but
Yeah.
like I'm gonna set up a drum set, and I'm gonna have. Yeah, I think why not? Right? You guys want to see something like that? Come on.
I really want to see that.
Which is something, guys, year in review for the new year. Send us your comments. Send us your
Yeah.
feedback. If there's anybody or
Yeah,
any type
exactly.
of instrumentation you'd like to see or any type of anything that has to do with the music business, send us your feedback. Sometimes you run out of ideas.
Yeah,
If you would like to see a drummer, a bass player, a guitar player, bless you. Have another drink. It goes away.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Whatever. Send us your comments on Sessions with Stef. Subscribe. You can leave your comments there. Facebook, Instagram. We're on all of those. Maybe we're gonna do a TikTok.
That would be fun.
She's like, all that work. No, maybe we're not gonna do a TikTok. That's a lot of work.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
We'll talk about TikTok.
We'll talk about TikTok. But yeah, send us your feedback. What you want to see. If there's
Yeah.
anybody too. If there's anyone in the
Is
Montreal
anybody
region.
out there?
Hello.
And she said
Hello.
she's not a singer. You see? Is it me you're looking for?
I don't know what song I was gonna sing.
Me
There's
out
different
there.
songs that say hello.
Hello.
There's Adele's
Hello? Hello, hello,
There's Lionel
hello.
Richie's hello. Maybe
And
that's the
anybody.
next
There's an Italian
contest.
version. Hello.
No, or the way I say
Oh,
it. in
c'è
the
anche
house.
la versione romana. Oh,
No, me I go,
oh,
oh.
oh, che stai a dire?
Oh my God, that's too funny. Okay, guys. I mean, I'm just gonna stop by going through the podcast. We're gonna keep going soon. But out of all those, is there one thing that you can remember that sticks out? I was like, oh my God. I
Out of
can't
the people we just spoke about, or
The
everybody
people-
in general?
No, the people we just spoke about, because then we're gonna go into the other people.
Oh my God.
Hey, was there anything like?
You have to
I don't know.
prepare us for that question.
I know, eh?
I like the piano.
Oh, Paul?
The piano one with the grand piano.
The piano.
Oh,
man.
yes,
Mel-
Melina.
Melina.
Yeah, Melina. That's true. Yeah, you were there. It was quite grand
Yeah,
piano.
Deb set up the angle for that.
That's true.
Yes,
And,
it was like the magical camera. Remember?
and you know what? You feel the power. You feel the sound of a grand piano.
How
eh?
about Karina?
Oh, yeah.
She's
Karina
got a good-
Vincelli.
she
That's
has a
right.
fantastic voice.
She was on the old podcast, the old format of the podcast, and she's great too. She's a
Yeah.
piano player, singer. She teaches music too.
Yeah.
This was a girl. Rosemary said, "Hey, call this girl. She's pretty cool. I never
Yeah,
met her in my
she's
life.
really
I
good.
called her. She came on the podcast. I've been working with her.
Great voice.
I
Great.
hired her. I got her a gig to teach at a high school. So we've been
cool.
in contact with that. Like, it's fantastic. I love this Sessions with Stef. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you get to learn
having a
about
blast.
what makes people, where they come from, and what makes them tick.
Do you tick?
Yeah.
Talk. Do you remember the grand piano?
Talk it up.
No, I don't.
But
why don't
the
you tell us
sound,
that?
the sound. Of
course
Did you
I
hear a
remember.
difference? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this thing.
Rich
You
sound.
feel the
like it was
balls of it. I
Yeah.
love it, man. It's so.
Du pal.
Due parle voglio. Anyway, you feel it. It's fantastic. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you feel the duopala. You really do.
Cool. Moving on. Moving on, John Serino.
Yes.
This dude
Awesome.
literally wrote, he did an album where he recorded everything but the drums.
That's
So
incredible.
when I saw
He
it,
was really good.
when I saw it, I was like,
Incredible.
dude, you gotta come on. He literally did the guitar parts, bass parts. He sang. He just had a
Beautiful
drummer
music.
come. He actually programmed the drums and then had a drummer record it live. But like, wow, John and of course John with Danny Rossi have
Yes,
another
I
band,
remember that.
right?
Yeah.
The
Outliers.
outliers.
Outliers. Yeah, the
Outliers.
Outliers, and they performed their song because I love their song, and that's with Max. who's
That was in my
cousin.
yard.
That was in your yard, yeah.
That was super
With
cool.
the palm
That was
trees.
really cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
It was
And-
a nice lightning. It was
yeah, it was a beautiful night.
Nice acoustic session.
Yeah.
And you
Acoustic
hear
session
how
with
session
that.
with Steph.
Yeah.
So yeah, John Serino came on. He did that album, and I really wanted to talk about it. And he's such a well-spoken dude.
Yeah. Humble.
Great, humble, plays really great.
Yeah.
Sings well. The song, guys, check it out. John
Beautiful.
Serino. His songs are fantastic. And you know what he said? He just said, fuck it. I'm not going to do what everyone else likes. I'm going to do what I like.
Good.
If it's 7 minutes and it's not the norm, I don't care. And I think one
I'll
of his
go for
songs
it.
is 8 minutes. He says it's just for me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, meh. And I love that because, you know,
Love
guys,
the attitude, yes.
it's a lot of money to record an album and a lot of time. It doesn't take 2 months. It takes years sometimes.
Yeah.
That's besides thinking of it and writing. Like, it's a lot of prep, and he did it just for him, his own satisfaction. I admire that, and it's doing well too. Like, the song is playing everywhere, you know, Spotify and all those places, and it's really my style of rock. Like,
No.
it's a good rock.
Yeah.
And such a nice guy. So check out the John Serino for sure. Okay, This one we have to talk about. You weren't there on this one because it was a last minute thing.
It was on the show, the live show.
live show.
So
It was a last minute. Actually, you came up with the idea, and
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
you said, hey, why not like
because you were performing.
because I was
Yeah.
performing. And I really don't want to do I don't want to do a podcast on me. I really don't. It's
I told him, I
not-
said, shut up.
No, I don't. Because I don't think, I want to do it for other people.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about it. Because watching the podcast, I do talk about my experiences and stuff I've done and stuff I haven't done just because, I'm the
Because
host.
you're talking.
So I'm talking. So, I don't want it to be repetitive. But I found a twist to that one, meaning, well, I think it would be interesting to do it behind the scenes,
Yep.
So for anyone who's not in the scene, just to see what goes into
On,
goes on. So July 1st, I was playing with a Styx and Journey tribute band, and Lisa came and took some footage, and I did a bunch of interviews with the musicians. The
So
sound,
cool. Such
sound
a cool
technician.
idea.
It was a cool idea.
I thought it was really,
Yeah,
really cool.
we
we should do it again. You should do it again.
You know what? When it's the right, when it's the right recipe, I will definitely do other behind the scenes. But it has to be different now, like a different type of show, maybe
Yeah.
a corporate show, or we'll see what it is, or from a different perspective, maybe just a drummer's perspective, or a keyboard, or
Nice.
just to have different ideas. But I really, really enjoyed that one. It's and I called it Sessions with Journey to the Grand Illusion.
Yeah, that was good.
Because the band is called Journey to the Grand Illusion. We do Styx and Journey tribute stuff.
Yeah.
And it was outdoors. There was like 5,000-6,000 people, right? I would say about
I
5.
would say that, yeah. I would say more or less.
Yeah, it was
And
Canada
everybody
Day.
was really into it. And
Yeah.
they wanted an encore. I remember it was just
Yeah,
really-
yeah, it was
It was
a good,
power. It was just power.
it was a good show. And so yeah, there's clips of the show itself. So there's the before.
Nice.
I loved it. I even spoke to the sound technician who I've known for years. It just happened that I get there, and the sound technician is one of my recent soundmen for years, and Sandro Bassani. And then I look over, and the monitor tech is my first technician from like 25 years ago. This guy, Mark Letourneau.
That's
and I was-
crazy.
It was, hey, Mark, like it was, and it was like, oh, wow, this is going to be fun. And it was a great show. And then footage of the show itself. And then after the show, the tearing down and how long it takes to take the stage down. Guys, it was a lot of fun. Check it out. It's a live version. If you like,
Very nice, guys.
If you like that, put it in the comments. We'll do more. I'll definitely like to do more of those. So
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
it would be good. Now we're going on to, we had Stefano Guadagnino on as well,
Guadagnino, yes.
who was a musician. He doesn't do much of it now, but he's a
No.
great guitar
Yeah.
player.
Yes.
And his band toured everywhere. They played all kinds of events. Great band. I
Yeah.
remember when they were playing years ago. It's rock, but they still totally did
Yeah, kind of hard rock,
everywhere.
but like
hard rock. Yeah. And he's a great guitar player. But now he does marketing and stuff
Yeah,
for
and
musicians.
so this
It
is
was-
another one. You have to check it out.
Yeah.
It was important to have him on because marketing is important.
He was saying he's gonna have like a project coming out
Yeah.
before the end of the year, so we're close.
So we should be now, yeah.
So check him out, Stefano Guadagnino.
Stefano Guadagnino was great, fun guy, and I've known him for. It was funny. Francesca says, "Hey, I have someone who talks marketing." I said, "Oh, it'd be great. We'll talk." And he was a guitar player, perfect. It's like he walked in. I've known this guy for like 30 years. I went to elementary school with his brother. I've
That's
known his
crazy,
brother
you
for years.
know?
Like Stefano, what the
Small
fuck?
world, small world.
right? So that was a great one. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Now we're going into the more recent history. This one was close to me. The next one, it was Bruno Mocciardi.
Yes.
Bruna,
And
Bruschkare.
I wasn't
You
there.
weren't. Well,
Yeah.
neither was she. I
No,
was
I wasn't
alone.
there either.
So it happened. When I started the podcast, I said, Bruna, I have to have you on. And she's like, no, I'm not going to come on. I'm like,
She's
what
so
do you
cute.
mean?
She's
She's the
wonderful.
best.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't like interviews. I'm like, okay, I promise you I'm going to get you on. So what happened was she called me. I had to use it. She called me to record her video. She needed a keyboard player for her video. So I said, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Right? I was alone though because it was vacation time. So you were on vacation.
Yeah.
You were on vacation.
Maybe.
I
When
think
it was,
you were on vacation. It was in July.
I was working.
You were working. Okay. And I didn't even call them because it was so. I mean, I let you guys know that. I don't even remember. But like she literally called me and says, "Tomorrow, can you make the video shoot? Because her keyboard player got sick." I'll
Yeah,
be there.
great video. Check it out.
So I got to the video shoot and I said, "I'm gonna bring my camera."
Oh, yeah.
And I called her. I said, "Bro, I'm doing you a favor. I need half an hour of your time." And she's like, "You can't do this to me." I said, "Please." And she goes, "Okay, for you," because she calls me Pupo Nation.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so cute.
So that one was a blast for me because we kind of did behind the scenes of her video. And then I sat down and I had a good half hour, 45-minute conversation with her. And I started when I was 17 years old playing with her.
Wow.
My first gig was with, not my first gig, but my first series of gigs was with her. She was my duo partner. We were playing Moe's and all these bars and clubs all around town. And we were playing a lot back then. So all the trips to Tremblant, it was me and her in the car. And she's such a nice person. So we totally reminisced about that. And I have a thing that we do, worst gig ever. And she reminded me of a story that I completely forgot about. And it was hilarious because someone yelled, we were in a Moe's in Saint Sauveur. And someone yelled, "He has a gun, he has a gun."
Oh my God.
I was like 18, 19 years old. And everyone's running out of the place because they're scared. And I'm like, "Where's this gun?" And I'm going towards. And she's like, "No." She's like, I'm her little brother. She's like, "No, where are you going? Come here." "No, I just want to go see her." "No, come here." And she's like, "This kid over here is going towards the gun. What an idiot, But stories that I completely forgot about. So we got on the podcast. I was like, "Oh my God, bro. Like, really?" She really took me back. And we got to hear her new song, which is phenomenal. It's called Hallelujah. Check it out. Check her out on YouTube.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
awesome.
Great
Yeah,
voice.
another great voice.
And the podcast, she's super awesome. She's super fun.
She's a sweetheart. She's
a
very
sweetheart.
She's
Yes.
cute. She's
Very humble.
Bruschkarella. That's
Yeah.
mine. Because she called me Pupo Nation. I could have come up with something, so I came up with Bruschkarella, and it stuck for 20 years.
It's amazing.
That's
I love
what
it.
Bruschkarella.
I love it.
Bruschkarella. Hey, Bruschkarella.
So cute.
And we'd have so many. She's a TV buff, right? So we would have all these conversations about, what show are you watching? We would spend hours sometimes on the phone, like, "I'm watching Ozark now and whatever. Did you watch this?" "No, I didn't watch it. I gotta go watch it." "No, you have to watch this." Like, we were all into that kind of stuff. But it was a really fun podcast, and you should check it out. Like, you can see we got some really cool comments because, like, "Oh, we see the vibe, man. You guys really."
That's so nice.
Yeah, one night I literally, we were driving back, we got lost, and at 4 a.m, I couldn't drive anymore. So she goes, "I'll drive." I said, "Okay." And I said, "But I'm going to stay awake, because I don't want to leave you drive alone. I'm scared, right?"
Yeah.
Literally 3 minutes in, I was like out cold.
Yeah.
And I fucking slept the whole way home.
No.
She drove for 2 hours. I never woke up. To this day, I was mortified. Like, I can't believe I actually did this to her, but I did. I couldn't help it.
It could
I did it
happen.
on purpose. So I apologized live on the podcast. "Bro, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that." But anyways, so from Bruna Mucciardi, we had Ray Howard.
Oh, so
Oh
nice.
yeah. He's like
Ray is fantastic.
And you know what's funny? You told me about him. I got this guy, Ray. Cool. He blew my mind.
Yeah.
yeah.
just
He
starts
has
playing,
he hits those
Sings
notes, man.
well, plays well, and you want to laugh? I had him on the podcast. It was a Wednesday, and I went to watch wrestling. Yes, I'm a little bit of a geek, so I went to watch wrestling at the Bell
Maybe a
Center.
little bit.
So I parked and I went to watch it. At the end of the night, I'm walking back and I'm with my cousin and we're walking back to the car and I hear music playing. And I just stopped my cousin. I said, "Wait a minute. I know that sounds familiar." "Yeah, it's okay. It's only headphones. Don't worry." No. So we're walking back and I hear like live. I go, "Hey, that's live. I know that voice." "Wait, no, it can't be." And literally,
It was him.
I think it was McKibben's or one of those pubs downtown.
Older.
The old yellow
Orchard.
Jill Orchard, yeah. So I'm on the street and I recognize the voice and I walked in and Ray is playing with Gopal, which is
Gopal.
another friend of mine, drummer.
That's
So I
good.
went and I had a
So-
few beers watching them play. It was like, I had just met him Wednesday, Friday, I hear the voice, I
That's so
recognize him.
cool, though.
It was so cool. And we've been working together. I've hired him at the Brasserie numerous times.
yeah.
He's playing at the Brasserie.
I'm very happy.
Great dude. You know what's bad? Shit, he sent me a message.
This is live, everybody.
Oh, I didn't respond. He sent it to me today.
You heard it. You
Damn
heard it
it.
on the Sessions
Look,
with Stef.
"Hey, Steph, it's Ray. Can you call me when you get a minute, please?" "Oh, damn, at 5 o'clock.
Tell him now. Tell
Ray,
him
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm going to call you." "Shit, sorry, dude." I'm gonna call you soon, right after this podcast.
Answer the message.
I
You can
should.
say,
I
"Call you
should.
soon."
Yes. Here.
Call you soon on the
Live.
podcast. Sorry.
Live, and it's recorded.
Where is it? Where
We
is
are
it?
You
doing.
know it was full of shit.
Look at this. Look at that. Hey Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Sorry I missed your
He
call.
says it very calmly. Hey, Ray.
Hey Ray.
Hello.
Love.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Sorry, I took a while.
Sorry, we're in the middle of a podcast.
Answer. Just doing the podcast. Just
Get back. I'll get back to you soon.
doing the
We're giving
podcast.
input.
Gonna
And then I'm gonna write to him. No,
get
vero.
back
It's not true. It's
to
not true.
There
you
you go.
soon. There you
Tell
go.
him I had to coerce him.
There you go. Okay, so
I
guys,
had
that
to
was a
coerce
fun
him to write.
podcast I found.
It
How we doing on time?
was.
That was fun. I had a blast with that.
So did, yeah, it was nice.
And he's a great dude, so check it out, Ray Howard. You can follow his stuff. His band is phenomenal.
Vinyl Hero, guys. I
Yeah.
wrote about them. for
Vinyl
Mantra
Hero
Rocks.
is fantastic.
Oh.
So we got to rummage through because we're almost we're hitting our time soon. But
We're rummaging.
listen, Alessia Priolo was next.
Ah. That was in stereo,
It's,
Alessia.
that one's a little bit more of a geekier
Yeah, it was
podcast
super
because
geek.
I was like,
A geek?
oh my god, she had like it looked
Two
like
nerds
it
talking
was like
about
a
music.
keyboard,
Yeah.
but like a keyboard piano and like a keyboard computer. It was a hybrid of the two.
Yeah,
the
and then
notes
she
were-
was like
Yeah,
just
she's manipulating with her
pushing
fingers.
stuff.
If you guys want to see like some wacky shit, she plays some cool stuff on that, and it's all her music. She came
Yeah,
out with an
yeah.
album since, and it's great. Alessia Priolo, guys, check it out. She's got
She's awesome.
beautiful music that she writes,
Yeah.
and she's amazing on that. I was like, oh my god, what is that instrument? And then I saw pictures of her with this round circular
it's so
keyboard,
cool.
and
Oh,
it
yeah.
moves. And we were it was like all keyboard talk the whole podcast. It was such a blast. I loved
Finally,
it.
Stefano had the.
Finally, I loved it. It was such a fun podcast. Alessia, thank you so much. Moving on with Aldo Villani.
Oh my God, that was
I
so
missed it.
funny.
This guy.
Aldo's
is-
So
hilarious.
it's terrible because every time I want to meet someone, I miss that.
they will come
We'll
back
have
on.
them back
Yeah.
on. We'll have them back on.
He is like just him alone. I wanted him just because he's funny and he sings like a motherfucker.
Yes.
The guy can sing. He's got
belts.
power.
Wow.
Check out the songs he sang, popular songs. Suddenly from Billy Ocean, right? He murdered it. Like he really sang powerful and funny guy. Talking about stories, worst wedding stories. He gave us the story of a guy, the maid of honor at a wedding.
Yes.
Breaking the plate
Yes.
over the best man's head because she found out that he cheated with the group.
Yeah.
This is at a
Oh my
wedding.
God, this was yeah.
At a
it's true.
wedding.
He cheated with a groom.
She.
Yeah, he cheated with the.
So they were
No,
gay.
he didn't cheat with the groom. It was
He cheated with the bride.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best man.
cheated with the bride.
and the
And-
maid of honor found out and broke the plate on his head at the
Yeah.
wedding. He's telling us this story. I was like,
Imagine.
That's awesome.
this is
Imagine
amazing.
that.
That's
Imagine
what I
being at
said. I
that
go, that's
wedding.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there.
How
like
funny
just,
was that?
Can you imagine the drama behind that, though?
Guys, there's 2 left here. 3 left. The skirts.
Yeah, and the bourbon,
Yeah,
the skirts
bourbon,
and
yeah,
the
bottle
bourbon.
of bourbon.
Literally finished a bottle of bourbon. They came with it. It was brand new. They put it on the table.
How cool was
And by
that?
the end of the podcast, it was done.
Yeah, it was zilcho.
We didn't do that here. Okay, this is inspiring.
Not for me.
Okay, for me.
For you?
Okay,
Yeah,
That was Franco,
that was
Ray,
Franco
and
Computer,
Mario.
Ray Renato
Carpanzano.
Carpanzano, and Mario Biffarelli came in and helped them
Yes.
out. Guys, it was fantastic. Salud.
Salud.
I love this podcast.
Wait,
Guys,
it's called eau de vie, huh?
So the skirts, they used to be called the outskirts.
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 With
With
M.
M.
And
M
since
is always with us.
he's always,
He's always
there.
around.
And since he's not in the band now, because he's doing fantastic
Yeah.
art, they just called it the skirts instead of the outskirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just got together, a bunch of high school buddies, releasing
It was
music.
so fun.
They just sent me a
it was
message
nice.
to record one of their songs with them.
Oh,
it's gonna
that's
be
so
so much
nice.
fun. I can't wait. But such a nice guy, Franco.
Yeah.
And Ray, I grew up with him.
Really?
He lived down the street my house. So he hung out with my brother. He's a little older than me, so he hung out with my brother all the time. He goes, "I remember you. You were a little kid, right?" apparently I was small. I remembered him. I remember the face was like, oh my God, yeah. But still, I'd known him for that long, but I hadn't seen him in
That's
years.
crazy, yeah?
Isn't it crazy? Is it
Yeah.
like a small
Coincidence.
world?
Yeah.
But guys, it was a fun one. We drank a whole. All I have to say is we drank a whole bottle of bourbon. So,
That
Do you remember
says
that
all.
podcast?
so the
That says
stories.
it all.
There's a story about worst gig ever. Where anyway,
Yeah,
you gotta go
remember
watch
that.
the episode because
Go watch it.
let's just say one of the members threw another guy off the stage. So that's all I'm saying, and
It's
it's
an epic
hilarious.
episode, guy.
It's hilarious. It's fucking funny. So the skirt's great. Now we got a musician beyond musicians, Roberto Endrigo. Guys, all I have to say is he's endorsed. Like he Godin Guitars, he endorses one of their guitars. All I have to say is he plays like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
holy shit,
crazy, yeah.
he shreds. And on that podcast, I showed the video of his 2 videos of him, and we kind of
Beautiful
looked at it.
Evil and the last
Beautiful
one.
Evil, what a beautiful the
That's
song.
my favorite song.
The video is just gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
called Beautiful Evil. So everything beautiful has an evil side.
Yep.
And the video is showing that, and his playing is going along with the video.
Yeah.
Guys, check out Roberto Endrigo.
This guy is crazy.
monster.
Talent.
Yeah, he's a
Monster player.
monster guitar player. But he practiced, told me, like, besides the fact that, of course, he practiced with his bands and stuff, every night he comes back home and he plays by
2 to 3
himself
hours.
2-3 hours, even
Yeah.
more, just scales and practicing moving toward the fretboard. And I was like, it was my guitar teacher, but even there, like, there was nothing to do. But anyways, like,
He's,
it's, oh,
Nah, that's why he's that good. And you put in that amount of time,
yeah, practice.
and you love it,
practice.
right? He loves it, so it's amazing. And wow, guys, check that one out. And now we're hitting. Well, I'm not going to bring up the ones that came out last week because it's really fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to bring them up, but I'm going to stop it at Danny Rossi because
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Groove,
We're
the
wearing
t-shirts. So Danny had been on the old guard,
Yeah.
and it was fantastic. But he himself now is doing a solo album. So he's doing one song at a time. Intoxicated was the first one. He performed it acoustically live on Sessions with Stef.
Awesome.
Yes.
And I went to high school with him. So I've known this guy for years. And you know what? In high school, I kind of knew he was in music, but not really. And then I saw it 10 years later. I'm like, what the fuck, Danny? And he's belting out tunes and he sounds
It's
great.
actually
It
very
sounds
good.
great.
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing. His band did really well. They were called One back in the day, and they were touring all over the world, a lot in the States. Guys, the songs are fantastic. I mean, it's great. Check it out. I mean, Danny Rossi, Dr. Groove. When I interviewed him, it was like the solo stuff, but he's also with the Outliers. So, guy does it all. But his songs are great. Just released a Christmas song. And you'll see all of this stuff on the screen. I'm going to be putting pictures of all of this, but it was a great interview. Wow, and I've had a blast. Now, I would like to mention the old guard. I'm going to throw out some names if I remember. Like we had the Outliers, that was part of the old channel. But all of them,
Sergio
Silvio,
De Dominicis.
Sergio De Dominici, Sergio Spiezia, who is my singer, and I have to have him back on.
Two
Daniel
Sergios.
He was-
DiCincio you had?
Daniel DiCincio, who is a bass player that I play with every time with Soul Station.
Who's
I was
that?
with him yesterday.
Mimo. You had Mimo.
Ah, Mimo, sì, a Johnny Cafe.
At Johnny,
Johnny.
the after
With Mario.
party. So it's
Mimo's after show.
Mimo's after show.
It's a
which-
beautiful project, guys. Go check it out.
Me-
5
amazing.
huge, amazing, beautiful rock songs.
all these were on the old, but again, I'm giving them a shout out because they were all fantastic.
Yes.
And because it's on the old format, I have to have them back. So that's my
Arden.
Perfect.
excuse. Arden, piano player extraordinaire.
Oh, fantastic.
He's
yeah.
great. You know, Daniel played bass on that. That was one of the bass
Yes.
players.
In my yard.
Yeah, but it was funny because
We
he
had
didn't
only
know.
one bass player.
Yeah.
He didn't
that's
know
only
I
him.
was doing it. I just put songs together and I said, play. He goes, but what are you playing? I don't know. I'm going to press play and you just play with
Yeah,
it. And he
it's
did. He
true.
just started playing with it on the spot. It was funny.
Yeah,
But I
remember
knew
that.
he knew the songs. So I don't know. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I don't think so.
I think we are forgetting somebody.
I don't have it here. I don't know. But regardless, if I am, we're gonna have every single
Yes.
Sly Fiorino for sure. I had Sly Fiorino on. That
Yes.
was one of the first ones
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have all of them back because we need them on the new format with this new setting.
Of course.
And it's an update. If you watch the old ones, guys, I'm not telling you don't go watch the old ones. Go watch the old ones. They're great, and it leads to today. So it's great. They're amazing.
Yeah.
And they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, guys, what sticks out as the most interesting? Not most,
No,
but
they were all interesting because all of them brought something special,
Yeah.
Each one is unique. They
And
only had
also
their
the
unique-
approach that each one of them, even like if you have, let's say, several singer, guitar player,
Mm-hmm.
but the approach they had, like toward their instrument,
Yeah.
the way they learn, thinking about like I don't know, you gonna watch it, but Steve Creep and like Roberto Enrico and
so Steve Creep was one of the last ones.
Yeah,
you
exactly,
Had, so
but
you
I-
probably have seen it, but this
the
guy's a beast.
different approaches that everyone had with the instrument, the relationship, and you see like how beautiful is the way of doing music and feeling it. There's no way to be an artist. They're not just one way,
Well, you know what? Look, since it is a year in review, I do have to bring up Steve Creep because he was on the last episode, but this guy in town just plays everywhere.
Always say yes.
He
just
never
he's
says
a
no.
Great
Apparently.
dude, guys. Watch the last. If you missed it last week, check it out. Steve Creep plays guitar. It's funny. He plays guitar like a motherfucker. Sings great. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
instrument do you identify with? Oh, I'm a drummer first. What?
Nah, guys,
Huh?
this guy it's
Jack of all
unbelievable.
trades,
It's
he knows
unbelievable.
everything.
Shout
But
out.
when you're
Encyclopedia.
talented, also it's self-taught.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All
like,
these, and he plays bass. Like, what the fuck, bro?
plays bass,
Does
guitar.
Sound, does sound.
Yeah.
He, you know what? And I love it. I love his style. He's like, I say yes, and then I figure it out after.
I love it.
This guy,
I
he
love
was a
it.
guitar
But he
tech.
really figures out that.
Yeah.
He was a guitar tech. He never did teching in his life. He was a guitar tech for Tesla.
Yeah,
and he
it's
went on
crazy.
tour with Def Leppard.
I love it.
He goes, I just show up and I'm learning on the spot. I'm like, but it's fucking Def Leppard. And he goes, yeah, whatever, we'll figure it out.
I love it.
Such a
It's
good
really
guy.
the attitude,
Awesome.
like
Such
the
a
ways,
good
like
guy.
no, awesome. All of them, great people.
Yeah.
All of them, great artists.
Yeah.
And you can take a little bit from all of them, some advice, some stuff.
yeah.
And
It's gonna be fun.
music
you know
is
what?
beautiful.
Though? You know what? Put them all together. That's one hell of a fucking band.
That's a hell of a band.
Oh, yeah.
That's a one hell
would
of
With
a
one bass player, we need more. And a drummer. But-
I would do anything to do
No,
that.
no.
have them
drummer,
all
you can do
play
the-
together.
yeah.
That would be
That would be
kick.
Steph can do the drummer.
I can, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I could just be on the side and I'll have a great old time.
Now that is gonna be me and Lisa.
So, guys, I have to pay homage. First of all, 2023 is going to bring some awesome things with Sessions with Steph and with Let's Talk It Out. It's going to be fantastic, so keep watching.
Yeah.
But listen, Sessions with Steph cannot be Sessions with Steph if I don't do First Thought,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
have to.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm terrible with names, so I'm gonna probably say
So-
the guy from.
I'm just going to say, how about what's your first thought when I say favorite Christmas food?
Lasagna.
Thank you, lasagna.
Both?
I never eat lasagna at Christmas.
Yeah, we do.
Ah no, spaghetti con le vongole.
Now you're talking my
Yeah.
language.
No, I like lasagna.
Lasagna for
Really?
me it's
Yeah.
Easter.
But don't you
Yeah.
have fish?
That's Christmas Eve.
Isn't that part of Christmas?
You
Is that
say
a
Christmas. If favorite Christmas dish. You didn't say Christmas Eve.
Is this serious? Like, she's playing games with me. Well, Christmas Eve is part of Christmas.
Wrong. Christmas Eve has its own
Spaghetti
supper.
con le vongole.
Yes, and then you have your Christmas Day dish, and
Favorite
the Christmas
movie?
dish is
Favorite movie? Yeah,
Father of the
that,
Bride.
Gone with the Wind.
Father of the Bride.
Gone with the Wind.
Okay, that's, yeah, good. How about something in the 2000s? I don't know.
But for me, that stays like one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
best movies in the
Okay.
history of.
Yeah.
Godfather?
cinema.
What?
Yeah, but it's different
Yeah.
because what in 1939? That movie is 1939.
I might have to say Shawshank, man.
Shawshank is good.
What's your show?
Shawshank Redemption.
Stephen King, very good.
Because in
gotta
Italian
watch it.
sometimes it's
You gotta watch
translated
it. The Shawshank Redemption.
It's like The Green Mile, very
a
powerful.
very good movie.
Il Miglio Verde.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
No, but that's the problem because sometimes like the original names I don't
Yeah.
know and I know it Italian, so it's terrible. Okay.
Wait, best front person.
Best.
Freddie
Front
Mercury.
person.
Front
Freddie
person.
Mercury.
Freddie Mercury was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Live at Wembley '86.
Nice.
Not even in Live Aid, which was great, but Live at Wembley '86.
Yeah. And they hadn't played for a long time.
Yeah.
They just came back. They got
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
for-
but the Wembley was so packed, and he was like with the yellow jacket taking off, hitting the say, yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was
yeah.
amazing.
And then, hey,
Yeah. He was. Did you watch the movie?
Yes, I didn't like it.
You?
Bohemian.
I don't think it was really. I was a huge Queen fan. I also have like collection stuff. And I read books about him, Frederick Bulsara, no, I was born in, blah, blah, blah. Zanzibar, actually. But the thing is, like, I don't think the movie gives the Queen as a band justice. Because it seems that everything was Freddie Mercury, which of course it was a lot. But Brian May is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He's a great
Oh my
guitar
God, he's
player,
amazing.
but also a great songwriter.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Live Forever? Like, it's a beautiful song. That album is very
It is
nice.
the best one, yeah, I think.
Well, one of the best in the in the 80s for sure. Also Innuendo, though, that's a fucking song. So who can think something like that?
That's true.
But even
That's
John Deacon, like in his, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
But it was like
Look,
it
the
was
band-
crazy. The band itself was crazy good because they,
But they knew
Roger
they fit
Taylor.
in so well together. That was.
Yeah, but like there's some stuff they sold,
I
like
found
the
it
fact.
was too. It was. You can tell that they had their hands all over it. I found that Brian May had his hands. Maybe.
I don't know because he sold the stuff that Freddie Mercury was doing something by himself, the solo project, but he was at the same time doing stuff with Queen, anyways. But
Yeah.
there looks like he was really like, oh, we're not talking anymore. Like it was
Yeah.
too much also into his personal life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like it was.
I think they wanted to do it because he's no longer with us. So I don't know.
I
No,
don't know.
I think they focused more on his life, so they molded him to be the person he became.
Yeah, it could be.
I think that's.
I like.
that's
See,
what
you
it
know,
was.
I enjoyed it. But now that I watched the Elvis one,
I have to watch it. That.
You have to watch the
was
Elton
impressed.
John.
I want to watch that
Rocket
one.
Man.
too,
I
yeah.
want to watch it.
Very good, very good.
Okay.
And I love
Okay.
Elton John.
Next one. I don't know. I'm coming up with this.
Jigging out about movies.
Okay, I'm gonna end it off with this one because I can't go too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna put together your all-time band.
Oh, mother,
Come
I'm the
on.
wrong person. Next,
I'll
go
help-
for
no,
Jessica.
I'll help you with the names.
No, I don't really.
No, think of a band and think of like who would be your singer. Who would be the singer of your all-time band?
I don't know.
What you just said, Freddie Mercury.
I
is
like
the-
Freddie Mercury.
So how
absolutely.
could he not be the singer?
Maybe I don't want him as my singer. I like him, but maybe I don't want him as my singer.
Francesca. You.
It's like all right, let me make it complicated.
Yes, Francesca.
Yeah,
You don't
no,
want to say who?
No, because I
Then
don't.
what's your favorite band of all time?
I don't have many.
In Excess.
No.
I just thought of the first '80s band that came to mind.
First of all, I like Journey. Thank
Okay, that's a good band.
you. I know.
So Steve Perry can be, right?
Yes.
He can be the singer.
Yes.
Is he the singer?
I don't know.
Okay. It's too
Don't
complicated.
ask me such loaded questions. I don't know. Francesca, who's your
Put
band?
together your band.
You have to help me with some names.
Sure.
Okay. Richard Blackmore for sure.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Can't go wrong.
Singer, I'm in love. I don't I have this name. The singer of Shine Down.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't help
he's
you
very
there.
good.
I can't help you there.
Like this guy is fucking
Yeah, beast.
awesome.
Wait,
I-
is
the
he the
best,
lead
one
singer?
of the best.
Nice.
Shine Down is good.
Miss
Shine Down.
Google's back. 60D.
And then because like with drums and bass, like I'm not
Do you like
really.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, but I know clearly the bass player.
Oh, I like the drummer. I like Chad Smith. He's
Yeah, but I
fantastic.
don't know, like
Brian
because
Smith.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
but the bass play, like I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, like I mean, bass there in Red Hot Chili Peppers play.
I love. Yeah, Flea is good.
Yes, but it's not my style of bass.
Okay.
So it's pretty hard for me to say a bass player now. Same as drums because I really didn't follow them much.
Do you like Led Zeppelin? Do you like that style
Yes.
of drumming? Because John Bonham was.
Yeah,
one of the
that
all-timers.
could be an idea. Also, it's gonna look good with the Blackmore.
He will, yeah,
The
exactly.
purple, like
Okay.
kind of like, yeah, that could be good. It's kind of pretty basic. I remember when Roberto Enrico said Pink as a.
As a lead vocalist,
Yes, that was very
That was
good.
pretty
that
cool.
Was
That was
impressive.
like,
that was impressive.
what the
that was
hell?
off the wall. Yeah.
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 I
That
wasn't expecting from
neither
him
was
that.
Neither was I. But she sings like a motherfucker.
But actually makes so much sense. There's this other great singer from the Pretty Reckless, which is actually the actress who was doing, oh my God, you know that TV series with Blake Lively? Help me here, Blake Lively.
I know who you're talking about.
I know that guy. It's like, no, why are you asking
The
me?
one that they're very fashion.
Yeah.
Oh
TV.
my God. Blake Lively became famous for that,
Which one?
the TV series.
Oh shit! I know I'm thinking about the wrong show.
But anyway, so there's this TV series, like it's all about fashion and stuff.
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl. One of the main character is she's actually a very heavy metal rock singer.
Okay.
Which
Singer?
is crazy. Yes.
Okay.
And Pretty Reckless is the band, and she's fucking awesome.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very, very great. But actually, you know what? Second guitar, Orianti.
Who?
Orianti. Orianti is a great guitar player. She's actually the woman of Sambora, Richie Sambora.
Oh, nice.
And she played
Like
with
the
Michael
official
Jackson.
one.
Yeah.
Because he has about 7,000 others.
And she played for Michael Jackson guitar.
Oh, she
Oh
was
yes, okay.
Orianti.
Yes, I know
before
who you're talking
Jennifer
about.
Batten or after?
That's a good question.
I think
don't know.
after, because Jennifer Batten did the Beat It tour.
Okay, no, after.
So after, okay.
After,
Okay.
and she's ranked between. It's like.
She had the lasers shooting out the guitar.
so cool.
Yeah. So she would be doing a guitar
All
solo and lasers.
Hurricaneta.
Who?
Hurricaneta.
Hurricaneta. I
Yeah,
don't know.
no.
No.
Nita Strauss,
I know Nita Strauss.
which is a Hurricaneta.
Oh, okay, that's her. I know Nita Strauss.
Okay.
Yes, because I've seen
So
her.
Orianti and her are like
Oh, wow.
within the 10 best female guitar players in the
Okay.
world. So Orianti is great too.
Wow.
So I mean,
It's
yeah.
a hell of a band.
Yeah, well, I
hell
mean,
of a-
lots of guitar players.
gonna
no,
say
that.
no bass player, no drums, and
Who
just one
says you
singer.
need them? Who
Ah,
says
fuck
you
it.
need them?
So,
You can
guys,
see what I'm looking for. Like,
unfortunately, I could keep talking. I'm pretty sure we could keep going on forever and ever. But the first thing I want to do is
Yeah.
thank all my guests.
Yeah.
as included.
Of course. I want to thank you guys for making this possible. I want to thank all of you for whoever watches, subscribes, listens. Tell all your friends, have them subscribe.
Thanks,
listen.
Ma.
Thanks, Ma. Thank you guys. I
Ciao,
love
Mama.
doing this, and even if no one was watching, I'd probably still do it.
Ciao,
but
Olivia.
you guys, thank you so much. All my guests,
My
guys.
birds.
No one cares. I'm just talking. It's session. No one cares. I'm all by my lonesome. That's okay. Talk about your birds. Yeah, it's a music podcast. Let's
Parlare
talk
di
about the birds.
uccelli.
They
Belle-
Twitter.
They what?
They sing.
They sing.
I
Okay.
cannot say what I was saying, but I want
As I was thanking all the guests.
Thank you.
thank you
Hold on.
He needs to drink.
to thank the guests.
He's parched.
So thank you so much, guys. All of you that I named. If I forgot, I think we went through the.
I think maybe
I
we
think we did.
forgot one or
yeah.
I hope not. If I did, I'll make a special shout out next podcast. But thank you, all of you who came on, guys. It's a pleasure having you guys on and talking about the music business or talking
Always.
about anything
Yep.
in general. Thank you so much, listeners, sponsors. 2023 is going to be amazing, guys. I am so excited. We have some crazy ideas for both podcasts. Let's talk it out. Sessions with Stef, guys. Subscribe, keep watching, keep listening, tell your friends. And
And if you
thank
can't
guys.
find us, though, don't worry, because I'll share it everywhere.
Don't
You're gonna
worry,
find
she's
it.
gonna.
You'll find us.
You'll find us, guys. Also, all the best for the 2023. Have a great Christmas. I think this year is going to be a big one for everyone. I think it's
Finally.
going to be
Yes.
almost
Party!
a quasi
well deserved.
yeah,
Well-deserved
quasi normal Christmas. I think we almost forgot what it is.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
I think it's going to be a big one for everyone to just be with their families, because in the last 2 years, I haven't been with my family. So it's going to be phenomenal. Yeah, what the fuck is...
I hope it's not that earthquake.
It's the second
So
one.
guys, enjoy your holidays, enjoy New Year's. Keep
And ciao.
watching, and everything, guys.
Buon
thank
Natale.
You. Buon Natale.
Sì.
Let's do it.
Happy holidays.
Last chin chin
Merry
all'italiana.
Christmas.
Cheers.
And get ready to
Salud.
party.
Alla salute,
Salud.
Stef.
Alla salute, guys. Cheers. Bless you all. Thank you so much for
Ciao.
everything. And Sessions with Stef, year in review is now done.
Bye, 2022.